Be extraordinary. Strive for greatness. That's what my mind's been telling me ever since I've become a creator. And as creatives, the extraordinary is what fuels us. It drags us into the next video, the next song, the next painting. And life's good when you do these things. You feel alive because being creative is what you always wanted. The search for a path only you can fulfill. Except, it's not always like that. Sometimes the search for an extraordinary life makes you lose contact with the ordinary life. And the more extraordinary things you do, the more unpleasant ordinary things may become. And I can tell you by my personal experience that once ordinary things start becoming unpleasant and boring, you will not be able to live extraordinary things to their fullest. In my recent past, I was so apathetic towards ordinary things that I literally didn't allow myself to do most of the basic things in life, like going to the grocery or to the bank. And what's worse is that I was so unmotivated that in order not to do these things, I literally spent hours under the blankets. And I wasn't sleeping, I was awake. It was like I wanted to skip all the ordinary parts of my life and jump straight to the extraordinary. This was my personal way to not to deal with life's most basic stuff. And although we all might produce different processes to avoid them, the outcome is pretty much the same. We end up annihilating ourselves by trying to reach our personal utopia while running away from what we consider bothering and not worthy. Many times our creative process is inspired by other creators, and YouTube is definitely one of the main sources where to find like-minded people. However, what we see of them is only their creative side. They stun us with breathtaking trips to the world's most unusual places, adventures and experiences, and we feel pushed to take every chance to do extraordinary things like them. And I'm not saying it's wrong to pursue such a life, but I believe that in order to live these moments to the fullest, we need to find the right balance. And that's why my advice to you is, allow yourself to slow down. Giovanni Pascoli once wrote in one of his poems, "Here flashes of glasses, here gentle ballads, here indistinct shouts, there calm, the silent orient in the shade of the mountains ended." He wanted to tell us that after days spent working, people could finally enjoy a well-deserved rest, while the sun was setting behind the mountains. In my opinion, this can also be reinterpreted as a metaphor for creative people. I mean, our minds are constantly filled with ideas we may or may not shape, and this constant creative power can really drain our energies. So I think it's fine to just take some rest, take a break, and just enjoy the things life brings us naturally. The best way to enjoy it is, also the most natural one, which is using our senses. Nature has given us 5 senses to feel, but we usually stick to our sight. And sight is the most common one, but not the most impactful for our body. Our taste, our hearing, our touch aim to connect us with what's around us, to be aware of the surroundings. So next time you're out in the metro, or you're dancing in a club, or you're chilling in a park, try to close your eyes for a second and unlock those senses. You can start by focusing on one of them, and as you gain confidence, open up to the others. And you'll soon find out that there is much more around you to be discovered. You will be able to connect to the nature and to those around you on a higher spiritual level. And that's because you won't place yourself in the center anymore, but you will be part of a stream that keeps on flowing. Yep, that's the end of the day. I like to end it this way, here.
sitting on the ground, talking to you guys about how ordinary it was. And as ordinary as it is, I still got to experience it the best way I could. And that's because I finally managed to witness every moment, every detail, every little thing, using all my senses, without the urge of making them extraordinary. And even though I know for sure that my life will be full of extraordinary events and adventures, from now on, I will also honor what I thought was not worthy, because it is worthy. And I know you will too. So today, celebrate the ordinary.